Hey everyone, Jim here, and today, just the real skinny. I'm catching you up on what's been going on lately in my life, in my reading, in the world of the Fantasy for the Ages channel. And yes, I'll spill the tea today on what's up with my son, the mysterious Zach. Stick around, it's update time. Hey there, and welcome to Fantasy for the Ages, the show where father and son, and sometimes just the father, share our love of fantasy, science fiction, and all things nerdy. I'm Jim. I'm glad you're here. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and if you enjoy this kind of content, give us a like. It helps the channel more than you may think. And if you're already part of our community, thank you so much for helping this channel grow. All right, let's dive in. So, first up, let's talk about a little event called Sto'ry'treat. This was a first of its kind fandom gathering out here on the west coast of the United States, held just east of Sacramento, California, in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains. Hosted by Daniel, formerly of the Black Tower podcast, and his partner Jackie, it was designed to be a chill, creative retreat for book and fantasy lovers. Now, due to life and scheduling, the turnout ended up being just 4 people. But those four, Daniel and Jackie, and my wife Judy and me. And honestly, it was fantastic. We hiked mountains, played games, ate way too well, had great beverages, and spent nights by the campfire, swapping stories and diving into deep nerddom discussions. It was small, intimate, and absolutely unforgettable. A great start for my wife's first ever fandom event. Sometimes fewer people means more connection. I can't wait to see how Storytreat grows next time around. It's always a thrill for a booktuber when someone you admire notices your work. And this week, wow, not one, but two authors I really enjoy followed Fantasy for the Ages over on Blue Sky Social. Stephen Graham Jones, whose books I've been devouring like popcorn lately, and Riley Sager, whose thriller Final Girls is my current Audible listen. I've posted my thoughts on these books. They're on Blue Sky. They noticed, they commented, and they followed us. Honestly, it's so awesome to be seen and acknowledged by people whose work I admire so much. Incredible. Next up, something shiny and new has arrived. I've got an unboxing to do because a special edition of a book came my way. And let's see what we've got here. Get that stuff out of here and ooh, very nice. And inside this, oh, I need my letter opener to slice through. There's one. It's very nicely sealed here. Perhaps adult proofed? Nah. There we go. Okay, opening this baby up. Oh my. Oh, oh, it lights up. Oh, this is a collector's edition version. It's got some goodies here for me. This is fantastic. And what I'm looking at is Lexi, a cyberpunk, action-packed sci-fi novel by Rob Grabowski. See if I can get inside. There, I'm gonna open it. Ugh. Oh my goodness. That is a beautiful cover. Seriously, this thing, beautiful, gorgeous design, slick presentation. I still am enjoying the light. I mean, that just goes so well with cyberpunk. He reached out, said, "Hey, I've got this book. Would you be willing to give it a read and review?" And of course I said yes. And you too could get one of these special edition collection volumes. That was really cool. I'm going to dig into the extra stuff that's in there later, but I am definitely looking forward to getting into this book. You'll see this featured on the channel soon. I've got to finish what I'm reading now, but this will get there. And it looks wild and full of energy. And again, that cover, it just screams sci-fi cyberpunk. Perhaps a little spicy. If you followed the channel, you know I have a soft spot for independent and self-published authors. Some of my favorite fantasy reads have been from that space. Lately, I've been working on Flystone Fly by Dust Kunkel, a dark fantasy that sits somewhere between fantasy and horror. I've been nibbling away at it for a few months, but it's time to give it my full attention. Dust is actually a friend. I know him in the real world, and I don't want to keep him hanging on my reaction any longer. Plus, while I've been piddling around, this book has been racking up awards and honors left and right in multiple competitions. So yeah, expect a review soon because this book deserves it, and you might not even wait for me. Go check this book out. All right, channel update time. As of this recording, Fantasy for the Ages has 4,525 subscribers. At the start of 2025, we had just crossed the 2,000 mark and had a live stream celebration for that. And Zach and I talked, our goal for the year, let's hit 3,000. Stretch goal, how about 4,000? Well, now we're closing in towards 5,000. Could we get there before the new year? Maybe. We already have guests who said, hey, when you hit there, give us the call. We will come join you again and have a little party online. Can you help us hit that 5K milestone and get us to that celebration before the end of December? This is your chance. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Help us make it happen. Ah, yes, the burning question. What's going on with Zach, my son and co-host? Well, yes, he's still alive. No, he has not quit this channel. And yes, he still loves his dear old dad. Truth is, Zach's just living life to the fullest, working full-time, taking college courses, spending time with his partner Rachel, caring for his dog Rolly, and running his own RPG campaign as Dungeon Master every week. It's a lot, but we've been talking, and we've lined up multiple recording sessions this week. So don't worry, you'll see his face and hear his perspective, for good or bad, again very soon. Let's wrap up this episode with what's next on my reading list. I've been on a real horror kick lately. Stephen Graham Jones will do that to you. But I'm feeling the itch to pivot back into broader speculative fiction very soon. Here's what's near the top of my upcoming TBR pile. The Skies of Pern by Anne McCaffrey. I've read all the books before that in Pern, most of them more than once, but there's a few later books I had never did, and this is the first one waiting. Swan Song by Robert R. McCammon. Kind of leans more into the dystopian apocalyptic stuff I do enjoy, and someone recommended, you got to hit Swan Song, Jim, so it's coming very soon. The Old Man's War series by John Scalzi. Classic science fiction that's been on my TBR for a long time, and now it's risen near the top. Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. My Broken Binding subscription is sending that book here in November. So it's time to raise it to the top of the list. And Dead House Landing by Ian C. Esselmont. Because Malazan calls. Who am I to ignore it? I must return and continue through the final books of Malazan that are out there. And of course, a bunch of indie titles waiting in the wings. Obviously, Lexi is now high on the list. But I'm always open to more suggestions. Heck, the reason my TBR is over 1,700 books are the suggestions of so many of our viewers. So drop your recommendations in the comments. What else have you come upon that I should add to that reading list? I'm all eyes. That's it for today's update. Life, love, books, and all things fantasy for the ages. If you enjoyed catching up, give the video a like, maybe share it with a fellow fantasy, sci-fi, horror fan. And if you haven't subscribed yet, again, it's a great time to join us. Help us get to that 5K milestone. And lots of more good stuff coming your way soon. Thanks for watching. And as always, we'll talk to you next time.